Here's a little video about BMWs. And this is why they're called BMWs. These cars are absolute nightmares. They're horrible. They're a great car to drive, they're a beautiful car, and everything is great to own them. Up until you call me up and you have a problem that 2 or 3 other mechanics looked at and they couldn't fix it or didn't fix it, and now you want to stick it in my lap. The fact of the matter is that these cars are so deep problem-wise that most people don't want to get into them. And I'll be honest, I'm really losing interest in working on them. It's beyond bad, beyond stupid, and beyond expensive. And if you're one of those people who's bringing me a BMW and it's been to other shops and it's a problem that nobody can fix, or the last guy couldn't fix it, you need to realize what you're dumping in my lap. And you need to realize what it cost me on tooling just to be capable to work on these cars, and what it cost me on manpower to be able to work on these cars. Now, this car in particular started with one particular misfire issue that was an absolute nightmare and a travesty to the car. You know, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and catalytic converter problems, etc. But you know what? You can get past it on this car. It's time and money. My time and your money. But these new ones, these 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16 type cars, holy crap. They're beyond bad. So, you take this for instance, all right? Here's a 2015. Look what we're doing here on a 2015. This is a 2015 BMW. It is what it is. He needs an engine. That's nice. Anyway, it's just a message to everybody with a BMW who has trouble with them and they dumped them into a mechanic's lap and they're busting the mechanic's balls about how much time it's taking and how much money it's costing. You bought the wrong car. You should have bought a Mercedes, because they are much less problematic than BMWs and much less expensive to fix. Not that they don't have their problems, but these cars, holy crap, you know, they are a problem. And it's not like we don't know what we're doing here, because as you can see, it's kind of what we do. It's kind of what we do as European cars. I'm doing it 30 years. One of the guys I got over there is the best diagnostic tech I've ever seen. He can diagnose the space shuttle. And the other guy is a real good diagnostic guy. Next victim is the Mercedes, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, something like that, 276 engines. All kinds of problems with timing chains, vanoses or gears, however you want to call them. All kinds of problems, all kinds of updates, all kinds of headaches. It gets to a point where you should buy a new engine and just put it in the car and be done with it. Because this car was at a dealer, was at another shop, was told the engine was no good, was told he needed this and that, and it first came in initially, and I noticed there was oil in the plug here. This is the ECU here. All right, so there was oil in here, which means oil came from the sensors and got carried into the harness, into the plug, and started causing a lot of problems. So that fix was a new ECU, a new harness, and then these little pigtails put on the sensors and the sensors themselves. So after we did that for a $4,000 or $5,000 job, he always had, and I guess he thought that the problem would go away with that. He always had this noise upon startup. But I warned him, you know, that's a separate problem. So with that being said, what are you doing? You're going to New Hampshire tomorrow, just so you know.
Yeah, my daughter's picking me up at 5:30. It's about to be time.
All right, so tell her to hang out for a half hour, overtime. We gotta,
no.
where are we going to put all these cars that are outside? Anyway, back to the video. So the second round, he's $3,000 in the car to do the tensioner update and all the rest of the bull crap. And now the lingering code that I warned them about that might not go away, which was a timing code, did not go away. So now what we have to do, and here's a mental note on what we're working with, everybody. All you people who disrespect mechanics or don't think what we do is worth a shit, take a look at this nightmare. This is your run-of-the-mill Mercedes engine out of like a 2014 CLA or whatever. I don't even know. It's out of something. E-Class, it's probably all the same. 276, M276, I mean. There's a lot of shit that can go wrong and a lot of shit that does go wrong. And trying to figure it out becomes a big problem. So I guess what I'm trying to say with this video is, when you buy one of these cars, you better be able to afford it. Because if you're not, you're going to be sunk. And I am done doing favors and giving my work away with these nightmares. Caliber of technician, the tooling and equipment I need to keep up with this crap is utterly ridiculous. And the field is losing guys left and right to MTA, Con Ed, fire department, fleet service, police fleet service, and everybody else. So guys like me that do this shit, we're hard to find. And honest guys that do the right thing are even harder to find. So when you find one, you better cherish him and you better kiss his ass. Because we are dwindling. We are dwindling. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'll move the cars in. Everybody run home early. I'll do everything. Anyway, so, yeah, this car ultimately, luckily, he's a real good customer. And I have that parts engine right there. Because these are $900 a piece. I already had to put 2 in his car. And now I have to go for a camshaft. Because the timing's 3 degrees off. It's ridiculous. This guy's going to be 15 grand in this car before the year's up. And you know what? If he was at the dealer, it would be a lot more. Because when you go to the dealer and you have a water bottle with their name on it and you have a big fancy place like they have, that shit costs money. You have to pay for that. So I'm not knocking the dealers because some people need that service. I often have difficult customers I don't want to deal with that need to be dealt with at the dealer. I send them there. And they charge a lot more than I do because they have to in order to maintain what it is they have. However, the shit I'm doing here these days is getting ridiculous. Thank God I'm probably 75% through my career as doing this. What are you doing? You can't... Yo, lights, camera, man. Anyway, enough bullshit, enough said. And here's a BMW. The actuator was bad. Look. The actuator was bad. So you can't get an actuator. You got to buy the whole entire turbo. And I told this guy, 3 grand or whatever it is for the turbo, and we don't know how your car's going to run when we're done. The problem will be fixed with this for sure, but there's other issues. So we have to inch into it, and we can't do shit until this is done. So, no more Mr. Nice Guy. The gloves are off. Whatever it is, pay me, and be lucky you have me, rather than going to the dealer and spending a lot more money. So, once again, my saying is, I don't make them, I don't break them. Stop complaining and pay me. Because guys like me to pay are far and few in between. And here's the inevitable BMW water pump issue. Alternator, water pump battery, ECU. What's next? I don't know. Let's see where it ends. All right, what's done is done. Back to hell.